Okay, so difficult weekend for Max Verstappen fans, far more difficult weekend for Lewis Hamilton fans, but what an amazing weekend for Omoda. Welcome to Cars and Coffee episode 4, Home Edition. So this is the Omoda C7 and it looks really fantastic. I know I say that about all the cars I check out, but this one was special because this was the reason we headed over to China, especially the Shanghai Auto Show, where this was unveiled to the rest of the world. This is the SHS or Super Hybrid System, and yes, this is coming to South Africa. Debuted this past weekend at Durban, July. It looked fantastic. But let me show you some of the show footage I got. Look, it's gorgeous, it's beautiful, it's elegant, it's sophisticated, all of the above. And I think this is going to be a Car of the Year contender for the compact SUV category. But let's talk about the main reason why this is such a fantastic car. The SHS system or Super Hybrid system is a 1.5 litre turbocharged petrol engine paired up with an 18.4 kilowatt hour battery pack. But this isn't just a normal HEV. This is a PHEV. Yes, we're talking a plug-in system. How about that, guys? The output of the engine is said to be 255 kilowatts with 525 newton meters of torque. That's seriously impressive, especially with a DHT gearbox. Now, if you're just running the car on battery power alone, you're probably going to get about 100 kilometers of range, which is kind of impressive, especially compared to full EVs like this one here. But let's be honest, you're not going to use it for long distances. It's probably going to go from just grabbing some snacks or something from the shop to maybe a day-to-day commuting. Now, here's a pretty cool stat for you. If you're using the plug-in ability, you can get about a 50% charge within 20 minutes using a 40 kilowatt fast charger. That's seriously fast. But say you don't have a charger, what then? Well, here's a stat you're more likely to be impressed by. On a full tank, 1,200 kilometers of range. That's impressive. That's the petrol engine and the battery working together to get you over 1,000 kilometers. But beyond impressive performance and economy, the C7 luxury look on the outside is what drives the modern stylish design. From this crazy hexagon pattern grille face design to the sharp LED lights. However, the one thing I missed and was really upset that I didn't really get to see was the lights that are built into the bumper that adds some extra layer of ambiance, especially at night. Oh, and I can't forget about the lightning bolt inspired tail lights, which just look beautiful. The profiles from the back to the side are just the epitome of luxury, with an added layer of sportiness with the 20-inch wheels. Alright, this is the really amazing part. So the luxury on the outside is one thing. The luxury on the inside is something completely out of this world. And this one feature blew my mind. Now, if you're buying a car in 2025, most likely it's going to come with a screen. Well, on the C7, you're looking at a 15.6 inch screen, which is pretty large. That's like a standard laptop screen. But there's one thing about the screen that you would have never guessed. It actually slides from left to right. Now you're probably wondering, why the hell is this an amazing feature? Well, if this car is built for ranged long distance driving, I'm sure your passenger is going to need something to keep them busy or at least entertained. So imagine this, karaoke, and with a 12 speaker setup, you know you're going to get some impressive audio. I just hope your passenger can sing, because I know I can't. So I'm not speaking about how well the audio system is going to work, because if you can't sing, it's probably going to sound terrible. Anyway, the next amazing feature is gaming. Yes, you can game on the screen with these translucent wireless Bluetooth controllers. But I think what's the coolest thing about gaming is probably when you get stopped by the cops. Just imagine, instead of paying a fine, just challenge them to a game of Tekken. But if you're concerned about safety, the C7 comes with 21 ADASs or Advanced Driver Assisted Systems, including forward collision warning, autonomous braking, lane keep assist, blind spot detection, a 360-degree camera, parking assistant, as well as door opening warnings. All of this and many more. No pricing has been listed or confirmed, but the C7 is said to be listed between the C5 X series and the C9, so you can kind of base it off of that. I loved spending time with the C7 in China. Wish we got to test drive it on the roads, but I suppose we'll have to wait and see when it launches in South Africa. Anyway, that's this episode of Cars and Coffee. I'm Carlin. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.